Trump's cult makes language and reality meaningless in a way that resembles George Orwell's 1984, and in his latest appearance on Bill Maher's show, Steve Bannon displayed it as bluntly as possible. See it for yourself. In his famous novel 1984, George Orwell depicts a dystopian society, a society where the government led by its leader Big Brother holds absolute power and brutally suppresses any imaginable opposition that may try to end his reign. One of the main features of that society, as Orwell portrays it, is that words lose their meaning. Every word and every concept is open to interpretation. War is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. The government has a ministry of plenty that oversees the rationing of food, a ministry of peace that manages wars, and a ministry of truth that is in charge of the regime's lying propaganda machine. And now we have a movement in America that insists it isn't scheming to end democracy and that all concerns are just hyperbolic media propaganda. Yet in broad daylight, it tries to erode every one of its pillars. Take a look.
Here it is, the Constitution. Can I read a passage to you? Amendment 22, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice.
President Trump is going to run for a third term, and President Trump is going to be elected again on the afternoon of January 20th of 2029. He's going to be president of the United States.
Okay, but the thing I just read in there, it seemed like there was no wriggle room there.
We have a team of people that are working. A team.
How can a team do something about that? What? I don't care if the team is 12 trillion people. The words are still the words.
Bill, every day in federal courts, right now in federal courts, there's 120 lawsuits on what President Trump's doing. They're running to court every day. But to sue President Trump, all because the interpretation of this. The interpretation of this is open for interpretation.
How could it be open? Could I have it back? How could it, I'm sorry to be, no person, you would agree he's a person. Okay, shall be elected. He was elected to the office. That's the office of the president more than twice. Twice is once and then another time.
The tradition of limiting presidents to 2 terms, going all the way back to George Washington, exists for a reason. It's about recognizing how power can corrupt and making sure it doesn't stay in one place too long. Ignoring that is a clear violation of the Constitution, and they know it. But of course, if you ask them, they'll tell you they're not violating the Constitution, they're merely offering new interpretations.
I didn't do it for Donald Trump. I did it to stand up for the Constitution.
Yes, they really care about the Constitution, but apparently no person shall be elected to the office more than twice can somehow be interpreted as someone can be elected 3 times.